I would say a person is free if and only if he sometimes could have thought or done otherwise, where the antecedent conditions, like his inner desires, his belief desire set, etc., are insufficient to determine or necessitate the agent's choice. So each choice is up to the agent himself, agent causation, and not a result of the change in the agent's inner desires. You keep
Right.
the inner desires exactly the same. The agent qua agent could have done otherwise.
Necessary
I'm just
condition.
saying that when I understand freedom is how I understand the principle of alternate possibility.
Let's not get caught up by the wording of the principle of finite possibilities on whether it's about freedom or not. What you've just described as a person being free, right? So when they have occasionally the ability to choose otherwise, all things being equal at the moment of choice, that's a necessary condition for moral responsibility on your view, is it not? Like, you cannot blame the person unless they had that kind of ability. So this is why I'm trying to see is whether or not your view of free will entails that we have the ability to live a sinless life, which would be Pelagianism and therefore a reductio ad absurdum. I'm saying that your view
Yeah,
would seem to call for a degree of
yeah,
freedom that the Bible says we cannot have, on the pain of
yeah.
Pelagianism. But if that's the kind of free will that you take, it does lead to having to say that the sinner has the ability to live a sinless life, or they could not be blameworthy for it. And that's the dilemma I'm trying to press.
And I would think that it's possible for a person to live a sinless life. And if someone said, well, that's because Jesus had a different kind of nature than ours, I think that's refuted by Paul in Romans 8, where Paul says that he took on the likeness of our sinful flesh. And he repeats the word sinful in the Greek twice, just to hammer it home, that he had the same kind of nature that we did, and yet proved that one could live a sinless life. As I said, I don't think that leads to Pelagianism.